We have some major breaking news this afternoon as it has been announced that Amazon Prime will sponsor Kyle Larson during the double at the Indianapolis 500 and the Coca-Cola 600 and will film a documentary as well around it. What's going on, guys? This is Daniel and welcome back to our video. As I just said to Sunday, we got some pretty massive major breaking news this afternoon as it has been officially announced that Amazon Prime and Prime Video will sponsor Kyle Larson during Memorial Day weekend with the double. They will sponsor him at the Indianapolis 500 and the Coca-Cola 600. Remember, Kyle Larson, of course, will be attempting to qualify for the Indianapolis 500 for the second time. He, of course, qualified inside the top 5 in last year's Indianapolis 500. He'll be looking to try to complete the double. He didn't have the chance and opportunity to get it done last year because of the rainout that happened across the country, but nonetheless, Larson will be attempting once again. And here's the announcement and statement from Hendrick Motorsports. As Kyle Larson embarks on his second attempt to complete the double on Memorial Day weekend, he and Hendrick Motorsports will have Prime Video in the corner as a partner. The streaming service from Amazon will serve as a presenting sponsorship partner of Larson as he attempts to complete 1,100 miles of racing on May 25th. Larson Temp will officially known as the Hendrick 1000 presented by Prime Video. Prime Video branding will be featured on Larson's number 17 HendrickCars.com Chevrolet, fielded by Arrow McLaren by Arrow in the NTT IndyCar Series, as well as the number 5 HendrickCars.com Chevrolet, fielded by Hendrick Motorsports in the NASCAR Cup Series Coca-Cola 600. Here's what Rick Hendrick said about picking up the sponsorship. We're proud to grow our relationship with Prime Video. They made a bold commitment to our sport, and this is a powerful way to promote their platform across two of the most iconic events in racing. Continuing on, according to Prime's release, Prime will also feature a full-length documentary which will detail a 32-year-old racer's 2-year quest to pull off feat. Of course, that was last accomplished by Kurt Busch many, many years ago. And it will be basically under filming since October 23. We had heard rumors they were working on this project. They will be presenting that, I believe, in 2026. Here's what Prime said, Stacy Rosen said, about getting this done. Kyle's double temp is one of the most exciting storylines in all of sports, and we're thrilled to be part of it. As we prepare to broadcast our first NASCAR Cup race with the Coca-Cola 600, having this kind of historic moment on full live on Prime Video and capturing it in documentary film is a truly unique opportunity. We're looking forward to sponsoring Kyle's efforts and taking fans inside the intensity and the emotion of it. This is absolutely a massive and really, really big deal for it to happen. But also Larson said something about it as well. Last year, we gave us a great foundation. Now we're going to build on it. I'm excited to come back stronger in 2025 and give it everything we've got to finish all 1,100 miles. Having Prime Video on board, especially with them streaming to 600 and documenting my whole experience, is pretty special. May is going to be a crazy month, and I'm ready to go after it. Kyle Larson, of course, we already knew was going to be for the second time attempting to qualify for the Indianapolis 500. He qualified very, very well in last year's Indianapolis 500 and was super, super competitive. He showed top 5 and top 10 speed in last year's Indy 500 and was up front in the lead pack in the final 60 or 70 laps of the race. Unfortunately, Kyle Larson got a speeding penalty near the end of the event, but he still led laps in the race near the end, and he did show really good speed. It would run the Rookie of the Year honors because of how strong he was in 2024. And he was, of course, trying to do the double once again, but unfortunately, like I mentioned a few minutes ago, because of the rainout that had happened, they are going to be trying it for the second time. And they already have said, of course, the main priority is going to be the Coca-Cola 600, but they would like to probably complete it and get all 1,100 miles. The last time someone had attempted 1,100 miles was Kurt Busch before Larson had done it last year, and Kurt Busch unfortunately failed to do that because he fell out of the race with an engine issue in 2014. We already knew that we were going to have a relationship with Amazon Prime and Hendrick Motorsports. This actually makes a lot of sense considering that, of course, they are televising the Coca-Cola 600 this year. But you think about this. Amazon Prime is already having a pretty big relationship with Hendrick Motorsports. They're sponsoring Chase LA for 3 races this year, I believe at Kansas, also at Texas Motor Speedway, and I believe they're also going to be sponsoring during the All-Star Weekend as well. So they've already had a relationship commitment with Chase LA for the year, and now they're continuing that partnership with Kyle Larson. Now, of course, HendrickCars.com is still going to be the main sponsor on the car for both, but it's a massive deal to have Amazon Prime expanding their relationship. Amazon Prime has had a big partnership with NASCAR this year, and they've already been doing some of the qualifying broadcasts, so they're not the ones doing the they're just not doing the ones, they're just the ones broadcasting. As Fox, of course, doing a lot of the production, among other things, for those broadcasts for qualifying, but of course, Prime is going to be taking over here in the next couple months, and they've got a really strong broadcast lineup going into 2025. Adam Alexander, the lead commentator, Dale Jr., of course, is going to be there, and you're also going to have Steve Letarte in the booth as well. Then you're going to have Carl Levers, Daniel Trotta, Corey LaJoie in the pre-race show and post-race show as well. And then, of course, you're going to have the pit reporters of Kim Kuhn, I also believe Trevor Bayne, and other people and Marty Snyder as well. I think I love what we're seeing from Amazon, and I think there's so much high expectations for Kyle Larson. With how good Larson was last year at the Indianapolis 500, I think Kyle Larson has a chance and opportunity to compete for the win this year. Aaron McLaren was really strong last year. Alexander Rossi probably had the fastest car at the end of last year's Indy 500, and Pat O'Ward finished second. We know Larson's going to be a factor. If the Aaron McLaren cars are as fast as they were last year and Larson could be that good, I think he's got a chance to complete this. If Larson is able to not only complete it, but win both races where he wins the Indy 500 and the Coca-Cola 600, I think he's going to be that driver that can take NASCAR to the next level and can be the next big superstar. NASCAR right now doesn't have a massive superstar currently at the moment. The closest thing I think we have right now is probably Bubba Wallace, maybe SVG outside of the United States, because Chase Elliott's not at that level, but it's probably Bubba Wallace right now. But I think that if there's anybody right now in the sport that can get us to that level, it is definitely Kyle Larson. I think this is still a massive opportunity, though, for Hendrick Motorsports. They continue to make a lot of history, and they're trying to win the Indy 500, which, again, I think they've got a really good chance to do that because they are a very competitive team over there, and I think that this is a massive, massive deal to see that Amazon Prime is going to be working very, very closely with Hendrick Motorsports in 2025, a lot closer, not just with those races getting a lot of this stuff and promotion done for, but I think it's a huge deal that you're going to see Kyle Larson have that on this car for a few races this year. Really exciting stuff, all things considered, and I think it's amazing that Kyle Larson's picked up another big sponsor as well. I think it's huge. They're going to be doing a documentary around it, which I think is really awesome and great to see. Pretty exciting to see that Amazon Prime will be working very closely with Kyle Larson in 2025 and sponsoring for the Indianapolis 500 and Coca-Cola 600 this year. I think it's really exciting stuff. Great to see that they're going to be sponsoring Larson in 2025. So that is going to be today's NASCAR news and motorsports news episode on the breaking news. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, notifications on, so if when a video does go live on my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and support me on Patreon as well. Let's go below that and comment your thoughts below on today's episode. How do you think Kyle Larson is going to do in the Indy 500 and the Coca-Cola 600? And you think he'll win one race or both of the races or not? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If there's any major news that does break later today, we'll discuss it live on the channel. If not, the next time you're probably going to see me is tomorrow doing a NASCAR news video discussing news over the course the last couple of days. We may have penalties coming out later today for Sammy Smith. We also have other content coming up here like Haley Deegan, Shane Van Gisbergen, Cards, Kurt Busch, Kyle Busch, the Indianapolis 500, Connor Zillich, Junior Motorsports, Eric Almirola, Chase Elliott, Matt DiBenedetto, Frankie Muniz, Bubba Wallace, the lawsuit between 2011 Front Row, Steve Phelps, Junior Motorsports, all the good stuff. We got a lot of great content dropping on the channel very, very soon. Same with the lawsuit updates for 2311 Front Row, Tyler Reddick, Riley Herbst, and Cletus McFarland, and all the good stuff will be dropping on the channel in the next couple of days. Got a lot of great content that I can't wait for you guys to check out. We're also going to have the throwback paint scheme video dropping most likely on Thursday afternoon, taking a look at all the throwback paint schemes over the course of the last couple of days. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode, and I'll see you guys next time for more great, awesome NASCAR content and other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.